Hey there, Clashers, welcome back. Willey here, and I've managed to make it back up into Champions League, and I wanted to show you guys the Dark Elixir I'm finding just in Champions 3. Now, as you can see, right now my queen is up. I actually gemmed her up yesterday, and that way I could do a bunch of attacks with her. But other than that, she has actually been down for upgrades since I got into Champions League. Also, since then, I've been able to get some more of the Dark Troops done. So it's been an efficient start to the Champion League farming. Now, first of all, I'm going to point out my army. It is not necessarily the most efficient Dark Elixir farming army. You can see I have the Valkyries and the Bowlers, and that makes this army a bit expensive for dark farming. And I know there are better options out there. You can always use balloons. You could maybe do a more elixir heavy army, but I'm trying to keep the elixir down under 400,000. Unfortunately, that means I've got to keep my dark elixir troops around 2,000 for the total cost. But that's temporary. For one thing, I have the P.K.s going up to level 4, and they are going to be done probably tomorrow, honestly. And then once I do that, let's take a look at my armies here. Right now I've been using farming heavy. The top saved army composition here. You can see the Dark Elixir cost for that is a little over 2,000, and it's a little more heavy on the Bowlers and Valkyries. Now the reason I'm using this army for Dark Elixir farming now, even though it costs so much Dark Elixir to train, is to make sure I get solid hits on the bases I go up against. With the other armies, I was falling short, especially since I really haven't been using my queen. I've only been using my queen yesterday, and I haven't raided today yet. But anyway, I haven't had my queen, and I still have not upgraded my freeze spell. The freeze spell at level 1 isn't really good, so I want to get that leveled up so that I can take on the Inferno Towers. Once I do get the freeze spell upgraded, which I plan on doing next, I want to start doing some balloon farming raids, because that's going to be one of the most efficient ways to raid, especially now with the balloons being as strong as they are. Now, even though my Dark Elixir cost right now is at 2,000, I'm still pulling off profit for all the raids that I do. A big reason for that is the loot bonus. The other reason for that is I'm super picky about the bases I hit. I make sure I find bases with a minimum 2,000 Dark Elixir available, and usually I find more than that. But that minimum covers the army, and then anything over that plus the loot bonus is all profit. And it's been efficient enough for me. I have been upgrading my queen. You can see I'm at 68k now. I can easily get her going again tomorrow. So let's take a look at my attack log. Now for the most part, you're going to see what I bring in off the raid itself over 2,000. Now there are a couple of raids in here where I kind of slip up and get less than that 2,000 mark. Like that one there, I got 1,800. I also only got 52% on that raid, so I didn't quite get my full loot bonus. But I do always get a minimum of 1,000 Dark Elixir on the loot bonus. And that's just being in Champions 3. As I work my way up into Champions 2 and Champions 1, I'm going to be getting even more Dark Elixir for these less than 70% hits. And then we've got one more that's just shy of 2,000. I found a whale here. You can see I got 5,500 Dark Elixir plus a ton of gold and elixir. And that's the end of that war log. This is all from yesterday. You can see I started yesterday morning, and then I was raiding throughout the day while working. And it looks like I only did 10 raids yesterday. So yesterday was a slow day. Today was a really slow day because I didn't attack at all. So tomorrow I need to be double productive. Let's take a look at a couple of these attacks. This whale here was a dead base, which I was very surprised to come across. I don't find these ones too often. And to top it off, he's got loot still in the storages plus the loot in the collectors. And what I do is I always send my giants in. I never use wall breakers. I let the giants beat their way through the walls. The wizard's funnel, and then sending the Valks and the bowlers. Of course, the queen on the outside over here is going to bring some of my troops over, and it's kind of annoying. But she hops the wall back in. Bowlers take her out. I make sure the heal spell's there to keep everything going. Rage down, and the bowlers will start tearing through the base. And this is why I like the Elixir heavy bowler army. You can see just how much work these bowlers do. So they are definitely worth their expensive cost. That's just as long as you pick the right bases to hit. If you're not taking your time to find the right bases to hit, and you're just taking shots at the ones with 1100 Dark Elixir or whatever, you're not going to be able to make a profit off of these expensive armies. I think to find this base, I had been searching for probably 6 or 7 minutes, which is quite a bit of time to be clicking next. Anyway, the bowlers are going to keep walking around the outside of the base. I got a giant on the inside. Queen's on the inside too. She'll help snipe out some of these buildings. I almost missed her ability there. She was getting pretty low on health. But I hit it just in time, and then that Tesla just barely goes down, and the queen and the archers are going to finish off the last of the base. So not only did I get a ton of loot off of the base itself, but I got 100% of the Champion 3 loot bonus. This was a ring base that I found. Usually I try to avoid the ring bases, but if you find a ring base with 3,700 Dark Elixir, it's kind of hard to pass up. Free spell there actually makes my giants pause, which isn't too bad of a thing because it lets my funnel develop down here and over here with the wizards. So I got a nice funnel going in, which means the bowlers are going to go into the core. And the reason I went in right here, you can see the drills. When you see bases with a lot of Dark Elixir, you always want to pay attention to where the Dark Elixir is at. Usually it'll be in the storage, but sometimes it's in the drills too. And I think on this base, yeah, I managed to get all 3 drills and the storage. And of course the town hall has some of it as well. So I got all the Dark Elixir. I was really happy about that. And then I don't remember, I think I got my 70% as well on this base. Let's go ahead and speed up the last bit of this. Bowlers, queen. So yeah, I've got my archers going around the outside, so I get my 70% there. Take a look at one more replay. And again, the point of this isn't the, it's another ring base here. I don't like to take them on, but with almost 5,000 Dark Elixir available, it's hard to pass them up. Anyway, the point of this video isn't the army that I'm using to farm. It's the amount of Dark Elixir that I'm finding in Champions League as a Town Hall 10. So I've got my jump spell down. Bowlers are going in, everything's moving in. But the problem here, you can see he's got quite a bit in the storage. He's also got full drills. An archer had hopped the wall, got a couple of shots on the storage there. But all of my troops are walking around the outside. So at this point it's looking like a pretty far shot to get the core taken out. I've got the last of my spells down. The king still has his ability. The queen has already gone down though. And I'm going to make my way to this last drill. Now without having but one archer's shot on the Dark Elixir storage, you can see how much Dark Elixir I've still managed to take out of this base. That's 3,400 and I never touched the core. And of course I got my 70%. I'm really not all that concerned with trophies. To be completely honest, trophies are the last thing I think about. Of course I want to win the attack, because if I don't win, I don't get to take my loot bonus in addition to whatever I've gotten off of the base. I believe I've actually got a failed attack down here. Something had gone really wrong, and I managed to pull the 2,886, but I didn't get the extra 1,000 Dark Elixir that I normally get with the attacks. But anyway, that's another look at the Dark Elixir I'm finding in Champions 3. Now I'm going to do another update video when I get into Champions 1. And when I do that video, I'm going to also show you guys the most efficient farming method. I'm going to try and show you guys the most efficient troop composition that I can come up with. Right now I am not using an efficient troop composition. But once I've got some more developed spells and troops, I'll be able to show you what's working and how to make the biggest profit. Anyway, that's going to be all for today. A relatively short video. And I have a lot of work ahead of me, getting these tiny heroes up to level 40. And that's basically the focus of this series. The heroes are going to be my primary focus until they are maxed out for Town Hall 10. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Have any of you gone up to Town Hall 10 or 11 with low level heroes? And how has your luck been farming? Let me know if any of you have tried farming in the lower leagues to bring your heroes up to speed. As always, if you like this video, be sure to click that thumbs up down below. And if you want to see more Clash of Clans content from me, click that subscribe button at the end of the video. Thank you guys for stopping by, and I will see you all next time.